What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman. Now, at the beginning of this week, when Marvel fans everywhere were treated to this brand new montage and or slate reveal for the end of Marvel Phase 4, Blade was noticeably absent, but what was present now for the third time officially from Marvel Studios was a tease for the Fantastic Four. Now we have some brand new reports coming from all over the industry that Marvel is back in talks, ready to set casting, and, well, because of what we already know about Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and the timeline set for this, given that slate, we know that casting is going to have to be pretty imminent. We're going to break down all the reports regarding Fantastic Four, Emily Blunt, and John Krasinski. Brand new news, an actor that was actively campaigning for it, maybe in the wrong way, who took to Twitter to explain his want to be the Thing, and some other reports elsewhere that say we might get a casting reveal at the end of this year. We're going to break down everything Fantastic Four casting in the MCU, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers, as well as Disney Plus subscriptions every Friday while the shows are live. We're actually going to announce a new winner today and announce some brand new prizes at the beginning of next week. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit that sub button, then leave a comment down below, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So with so many social media and or headlines happening in this last week since that sizzle reel, it was sort of hard to tell where to start with this video, but let's start with one of the most provocative of headlines. Quote, Marvel Studios reportedly set to announce Fantastic Four cast this year, coming from InsideTheMagic.net. They go on to report, quote, that as the anticipation for Marvel Studios' reboot of the Fantastic Four franchise builds, rumors indicate that Marvel could announce the cast relatively soon, and that according to reports, Marvel is close to finalizing its top choices to bring the Fantastic Four to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and could reveal the cast by the end of the year. Later in that article, they report about some of the actors that they're looking at, and then go on to say that according to some new rumors, Marvel has already identified their top choices and will announce the Marvel Cinematic Universe Fantastic Four cast by the end of 2021. Now, friend of the channel and industry insider Mikey Sutton over at Geekosity has also indicated the same things, and in fact, it was his editorial that recently broke that Marvel Studios is back in talks with Reed Richards and Sue Storm, presumably who they want for the role, none other than John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, who, if you know at this point, have had multiple talks with Marvel Studios. Emily Blunt famously originally up for the role of Black Widow. It was Gulliver's Travels that stopped her from doing that, and of course, John Krasinski auditioned for Chris Evans' role of Captain America first. He didn't get it. They've both publicly spoken about this. They've been asked in almost every interview since A Quiet Place 1 and now 2, what's going on with them and the MCU. John Krasinski said that he would love to do it. As of his last interview, couldn't confirm anything. And speaking of actors confirming things, well, Roger Clark seems as though he had to come out on social media at the end of this week and clarify something that, well, he sort of implied himself. Right after that scissor reel was revealed, Roger Clark, the actor, went ahead and took to Twitter and posted, "Here's the thing," with the image of the Fantastic Four, the word thing obviously relating directly to the character, which started a rumor mill of, is Roger Clark playing the Thing? He also made some mention of it on a story on his Instagram. Well, that picked up so much steam, and apparently Roger Clark was a little bit embarrassed, so he came out on Twitter and tweeted this within the last couple of days. "Sincere apologies for any misleading this caused. It was just a massive fan trying to casually throw his tiny hat in the ring for a dream role. Best of luck to whomever books it. Thanks to all who responded positively. Maybe you'd have better luck with Marvel than my agent. Certainly not the first, nor will he be the last actor, musician, or any other entertainer to try to get some sort of online campaign going for them to have a Marvel role, much in the way John Krasinski did with so much artwork for him and his wife Emily Blunt as Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards and Sue Storm, so ubiquitously known as such that maybe Marvel Studios feels compelled to offer them the roles for this reason alone. What I will mention is the fact that he's actively campaigning may indicate that he knows that they're casting, and as I mentioned in a couple of videos ago, we were reporting on official pre-production starting for the Fantastic Four at the end of last year. That production started popping up in a ton of the Hollywood production trades that let you know what's going on in the industry, which means if they haven't started casting already, they're definitely doing so now. And as you remember, these are not the only rumors and actors tied to roles. Jennifer Lawrence had a huge rumor going about 3 months ago that she was headed to Australia and in fact had been cast already as Sue Storm, which we came to find out later wasn't true. But just because they're casting at the moment, how imminent could an actual announcement of the cast be, given that headline we could hear by the end of the year? Now, we know that there is an announcement imminent, at least in the next 2 years, as if they're truly going to put the Fantastic Four out sometime after Guardians of the Galaxy 3, before Blade, in the mid-year of 2023, even the end of that year, that means they'll have to start pre-production and or shooting for that film sometime in the beginning of next year, 2022. Guardians of the Galaxy, as we reported last night, is set to start filming in November of this year. And at that point, presumably it's going to get out who's going to be in that film. Even though these are reporting that we could get an announcement by the end of the year, and Marvel Studios has done a great job, in lieu of not having an SDCC or a Hall H to announce these, of building the hype. Just see their Investors Day original meeting back in December, where they had that huge 22-minute reveal. Even just this couple of minute sizzle reel from earlier in the week had everybody hype and crying. There is so much going on with the MCU. They've got plenty of announcements and no rush to do so. I would not imagine we're going to get an introduction for the cast, regardless of what any of these headlines say, until 2022. San Diego Comic-Con presumably will be back live in person next year, and could you imagine they come out for Hall H, announce the Fantastic Four and or a release date, have other announcements along with that, but then introduce the cast? I think that would be the perfect place for it, and I know what these headlines say about them announcing this by the end of the year, but still, it seems a lot more powerful for them to be able to do that in person, especially if San Diego Comic-Con 2022 in person is going to be a thing. Now, what I will mention is that these Hollywood trades have been on top of Marvel Studios in a way that they sort of weren't all the way through Civil War. Once Infinity War and Avengers Endgame hit, they turned into a full-on news cycle, and it's never quite gone back. Marvel Studios may know that as soon as they cast some huge actors, the ilk of, say, John Krasinski or Emily Blunt, that those reports are going to get out there anyway. So rather than wait to do their official reveal all the way till next summer, which I still think would have the most poignance, they may choose to do it at the end of this year, hence these headlines, because hey, they can't beat the paparazzi in the news cycle. They know it's going to go out there anyway. They want all the shine for themselves. That would make sense, and for devil advocacy's sake alone, to me, that would be the only reason Marvel Studios would go ahead and jump out there and make some sort of announcement or introduction of the cast before they could do so in person at, say, San Diego Comic-Con Hall H 2022. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below, and who are your fan castings for the Human Torch, The Thing, and Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic? Of course, John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, but if not those two, because as we've heard from other rumors, it may not be, whom else do you have in mind for those roles? Let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers, as well as Disney Plus subscriptions every week while the shows are live. And in fact, let's announce a brand new winner for that now. Congratulations. All you have to go ahead and do is DM me on Instagram or email me. My business email is on the About section of the channel. We'll verify your account and get that right out to you guys, and it's that simple. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit that sub button, then leave a comment down below, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be selected and announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with content here at the channel is to hit the notification bell with notifications turned on, and as always, if you enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me over on Instagram and Twitter under I Am Fires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, and all other platforms with original music under the name All Fires. Thanks so much for checking out the channel, guys, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.